other family and friends. First of all, welcome to my video, to my live. I wanted to show you guys, first and foremost, I am staying in a hotel. I am staying here for a personal trip. It's not company sponsored or anything. So first and foremost, a little bit of a backstory / history. I had never been to where the title of this video. I have been to NOLA, which, if you don't know what NOLA is, it literally is New Orleans, Louisiana. N-O-L-A. New Orleans, Louisiana. NOLA. The people that are around that area call it NOLA for short, and I've just kind of adapted to it. It's funny because that's not what this says either. So I was actually just there not long ago. That's why I'm wearing it. But anyway, so I was in NOLA this past summer for like a week, and it was great. We went to a lot of the places you had to go to: Bourbon Street, French Quarter. Where else did we go? We went to go get beignets. We went to, I'm trying to think. We went to the pier. We went down to the waterfront. What else? Yeah, it's pretty much a legit of where we were. We did go to a couple of restaurants there, but they weren't like places you have to go to that everyone talks about. But at any rate, one of the places that's real close to New Orleans is Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is one of those kind of sub-cities of Louisiana that not many people go to. Matter of fact, you should see the size of the airport that's here. Like, the planes pull into the gate from the taxiway. They don't, like, go into the gate area, go into their assigned place, and then park. Like, they come in and park. So I started my whole trip. It was yesterday, right around 2 o'clock. I left Virginia Beach. I drove to Virginia Beach, so it was a big old 4-hour drive. I went to Virginia Beach and then came home at around 2 o'clock. I didn't get home until 9 p.m. I made a couple of stops for, taking a bathroom break. Those of you guys that are joining me, it's good to see you. I wanted to tell you guys thank you for watching, and all you guys that are pretty much giving great support to me. So I went and got in at 9 and then depacked, and then, hey Colby, good to see you. I'm right around here, right in close to downtown Louisiana. Where are you from? Melton, thank you so much for subscribing, man. Appreciate that. So I depacked and then repacked again for my trip. I left my house at Gonzales. Okay. Let's see. I'm not from around here, so I wouldn't know how far you are from where I am. I don't even know what that is, so I can't answer your question. And I don't intend to. I mean, I'm not trying to be incredibly rude here, but I don't. Oh, okay, I see where you're located. You are southeast of where I am. Yeah. What's my favorite color? I think my favorite color would have to be red. Hey, Devin, what's up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate that. So right now I'm staying just off of the I-10, the 110, right? So you got the 110 just off of I-90. I'm right over there. Yeah, there you go. A bunch of red hearts. Oh, okay. So I thought you were asking me like just regular colors. Of your group of hearts, though, I think my favorite one is the, I appreciate you, Colby, but because this is a public forum and due to security reasons, I'm not going to disclose that information. Obviously, internet, sorry. But I am off of the 110. Do I have a Supra? No, I do not. I do not have a Supra. Sorry. Anyway, so I left my house at 3 in the morning for an 8 o'clock flight. Now, things are going to get crazy and things are going to get real chaotic, so just bear with me. I went ahead and left my house at 3, and I got to the airport right around, I think... I will answer your question there, Devin, in just a second, but let me go ahead and finish this up real quick, and I'll go back to your question. I won't forget about you, promise, okay? So I went and got to the airport right around 4. I got to check-in security at 4:30. That's when they were open. I didn't even bring a whole lot of suitcases. I just brought one of those big, like, Columbia North Face all-in-one backpack-style suitcases, right? So I packed that, and then, like, with a couple of clothes. I'm only going to be here for, like, 2 days, right, at most. So, I went ahead and waited at my gate area around 5:15, and then after that, I took a snooze, and I woke up to, you have a seat assignment. So I was like, yes, I have a seat. I'm ready to go. So I left from Dulles over to Houston, which is IAH. I don't know if you guys know this, but I definitely work for an airline, so you're going to hear a lot of acronyms. I'm going to use acronyms for airports. The IACO or the ICAO codes and the IATA codes. So I got to Houston right around, I think it was 10:30, maybe 10:30-ish. And I had about an hour or so layover, so I had to go from my gate to my departing gate. And when I got there, it was one of those regional jets that I had to basically take off from that airport and then, hey, welcome back, Colby, and then go back to where I was going to go. So I basically traveled I traveled west to go southeast, right? I know it doesn't make sense, but if you know anything about the airlines, they go take you to a major hub, and then they travel you to where you need to be. I know you left. Hey, Tiffany, good to see you. I'm not going to disclose that information because security reasons and confidentiality. I don't feel safe disclosing that on the internet. Yeah, see, I just said hi to you. It's good to see you. And I went and boarded my flight from Houston to, it's not that I don't care. I just, obviously, like, the internet, people are crazy, right? You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, all those documentaries of, like, people on Craigslist and, yeah, not going to go there. But I got to where I needed to board my aircraft, and I went downstairs to the little gate area because you have to walk out to the tarmac to board this plane. It's a really small one, right? And they said, "You've got a seat assignment." I was like, "Yes, I've got my seat, man." And then not even 20 seconds later, they said, "You don't have your seat anymore." I'm like, "What do you mean I don't have my seat anymore? Like, this flight is weight restricted. I think we oversold it." I'm like, "You have to be kidding me." So I basically had to wait around, and the flight attendant, the gate person, closed the door. What do I do for a living? So I work for an airline. I tow planes around an airport. I work with ATC, so I get to fly, pretty frequently. But so I got to the podium, and I said, "Listen, why did you take away my seat?" He goes, "Well, it's weight restricted." So she went and spoke to the captain. The captain said, "Hey, how many are there left?" They said, "I think about 2 or 3." It said, "Hey, bring them on board. We're good. We're good." Now, if they didn't, I was number 1 for the standby list. So I would have got on. They would have had to go. Yep, BTR, Baton Rouge. Good on you, man. The IATA code, which is KBTR, and then the ICAO, which is BTR. Yeah. So basically, she came back out and was like, "Hey, come on, grab your ticket. Go, 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 go." So she gave me a seat, and luckily I was able to hop on board. But you guys, talk about it the last second. I was this close from not making a flight from where I got my connection to my final destination, being stranded at that point. I was like, "Oh, this is not good." So, at any rate, that's my story. I got here. It's really nice. It's probably one of the lesser traveled areas of Baton Rouge, of Louisiana. When you think of Louisiana, you think of New Orleans, right? So now think of New Orleans in a smaller scale. That's Baton Rouge, right? A lot of good mama pop shops. Yeah, that's kind of a small airport, and that's really what they do when you go to a small airport. You in the hood. That's one way of putting it. One of my friends actually kind of puts it like that anyway. So let's go back to your original question that I think was asked by Devin. What do you think about Chevy trucks? I don't mind Chevy trucks. I've driven Fords my whole life. I know, guys, roast me in the comments. I get it. I know Ford, whatever. I've driven a Ford Explorer. I've driven a Mazda Miata, now owned by Ford. I've driven a Ford Explorer. I've driven a Ford Escape. I would like to have, I think for our next car truck, I'm going to get an F-150. So I pretty much have had Ford all in my oh, okay. So if I was to be a Chevy man, I'd rather get the Silverado, probably the 2500. I don't need 3500. And if I was to get a 2500, I'd probably get a dually, because I own a bike and I can put that on a trailer and trailer it wherever I need to. I don't need all that weight, but if I could, I could use it if I wanted to. See, I'm one of those people that like to buy things for the longevity. Like, I don't buy it for the one I need right then and there, because then you'd have to go find something else, pay more money, yada, 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 right? I think it makes sense, right? So I buy stuff that I would use for way later, and I can still use now. Do you know any guy who need employees to work? Unfortunately, I don't personally, but let me tell you guys something. I'm going to dispel a secret. Airlines are always hiring. Their turnover rate is ridiculous, all right? There's a lot of demand. There's a lot of personal reasons people can't stick around, so they don't. So if you're looking for a good kind of work, good type of work, check out the airline. Yeah, it's extremely high, more than any other industry I know. Have I tried the spiciest hot sauce? No. Um, do you guys want me to confess a secret? I'm not the biggest fan of spicy foods. I know, like, come on, bro. um, I know I'm losing a lot of brownie points, but you guys, I want to tell you guys something. My channel is here for a reason. I'm here. I'm real. I'm genuine. That's what I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it 100,000% authentic with you guys, right? I'm not going to hide nothing. I'm not going to keep it for the clout. I'm not going to keep it for all that stuff, right? I don't know if you guys have it, but there's a chain called Glory Days. Do you guys have a chain called Glory Days? Okay, Hooters. You guys all have had Hooters, right? So you guys know their Daytona hot sauce, right? Their Daytona sauce. That's about, for me, where that heat level is, okay? Anything hotter, I can tolerate Nashville hot, but any hotter than that, no go. Like, I'll have one wing and I can swallow it, but you ask me to take another one, done deal. No more. So, I'm a chicken when it comes to hot sauce. But when it comes to hot sauce, I prefer the flavor, not the heat consistency. Are you guys with me? Crystal hot sauce then? All right, I will check that one out. Is that one local to NOLA? To Louisiana? Okay. Well then I will definitely have to go check it out. I know that there's a couple of grocery stores around here, but I think probably most of your, like, hot sauce shops will probably have them. Like, if you go downtown Louisiana, or downtown Baton Rouge, you might find them in there. Oh, it's made in New Orleans. Oh, okay. There's a place, it starts with an R, I think, that you guys are famous for, right? Isn't there a place called, something hot sauce? There's a couple of, like, locations. It's like a small franchise. Tabasco. Have I ever tried Cheetos? Oh, I see, that's where I draw the line at. I can't do those kinds of foods. I can't do, like, flaming hot Cheetos. I can't do flaming hot this. Perfect example. Do you guys remember a few years ago when Fire was huge? Like Pepsi Fire, Fire Coke, all these kinds of things. Do y'all remember Pepsi Fire? It was like this cinnamon flavored Pepsi, like a red hue, like dye sort of Pepsi, but it had, like, heat to it. Okay, check this out, right? I took one sip of it and poured the rest out. Ugh, I hated it. Hated it. And that's kind of, a party foul. Like, when you have beer and you don't like it, you're supposed to give it to a friend, or you're supposed to save it for later. I poured it right out. I hated it. It was nasty. So, yeah. Let's see, a couple of places that I went to, already, guys, was, I went to Whole Foods today, which you guys have a pretty good selection of stuff. Pretty cool. Let's see, what else? I went to... Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Oh, City Pork. I don't know if you guys are from around here, but I went to City Pork. They have some really good barbecue. Pulled pork especially. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not talking about cherry Pepsi. I'm talking about Pepsi Fire. It was a red tinted dyed Pepsi that when you drank it, it was like, it had some cinnamon, like, heat to it. It was disgusting. I hated it. It's not even around anymore. That should tell you something. It wasn't even around for the whole... It was a limited time thing. It was like a summer thing. I mean, that should tell you enough anyways. But... yeah, so that was pretty much it. I think tomorrow, what we're going to do is go check out some of the places in downtown Baton Rouge, because apparently Baton Rouge downtown is pretty lit on the weekends. So I'm going to go check that out. I have been to NOLA, obviously, so I don't really need to go down that direction. But next time, I'll have to, you know, dive deep into, like, some of the other lesser-known places of Baton Rouge. Not all that kind of stuff. That place right there, Elsie's Pies, is always recommended in Apple Maps. They always talk about that. So I want to go try that place as well. Yeah, so if you go to... I don't want to share my location. Let's see. If you go... okay, if you go into maps here, right? You go to restaurants. If you go here, literally, the second one with 4.5 stars is Elsie's Plate and Pie. The first one is Hook's Catch, which is 3.5 stars. So, okay, so you're a chef. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I have a very weak palate. So Colby, I don't know if you subscribe, sir, but I'm gonna I can't even think of the word, which is part of the thing I'm about to express to you. I have a mild form of autism, so my eating palate is very tiny, right? I don't mean like so tiny that like I can't have eggs, can't have gluten, can't have wheat, can't have flour, can't have fruit. Like certain things kind of put me off, and certain things I'd love to try. So I'm, you know, somewhat lenient and somewhat weary of things to try. So I have to kind of watch what I do. But that's one of another reasons why I'm not really a big hot sauce person. I can't handle the heat. Which is funny because I was a fireman for 6 years. I always joke about that because I can put out a fire, but I can't eat a fire. So, yeah. A lot of my content... okay. No problem, buddy. Yeah. It's getting a little late, guys. I really wasn't on here for a whole long while, but most of my stuff is going to be filmed tomorrow, so stick around. I will post up my content tomorrow, so y'all can check out my content tomorrow. Hey, Melton. If you guys haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post some pretty good content. If you have questions that you want to throw at me in the comment section, throw them out in the comment section. Three rules will apply. I will not tell you where I am physically currently. I will not answer anything political. I don't like getting into politics on my channel. It's like, you guys get it, right? It's never a good conversation. And lastly, keep it polite. If it's too personal, I'm not going to answer you. Have I ever tried steak? Absolutely. I love steak, man. I love a good carne asada. I love a good ribeye. I love a good T-bone. My favorite cut, though, is porterhouse. Absolutely gotta be my number one favorite cut. Have you ever had a tomahawk? Have you ever had a tomahawk cut? Which is a basic big old ribeye right on the bone. My favorite part of meat, guys, is obviously, well, the meat, yes, but it's the bone. Most of your flavor is going to come from the fatty part of the meat, but also the bone. If you are ever around during Thanksgiving and you guys have that all cut up, just sneak away and go grab one of the turkey legs and gnaw the turkey off the bone, and don't tell me that that tastes better than the other stuff cut off the bone. Can bet you it's different, and it's better, it's tastier, right? I don't know what it is. Actually, Colby might be able to explain it better than I can, but more of the flavor is released off of the bone than it is on the, or most of the flavor is released on the bone than it is off the bone. Making sense? I hope I am. I hate to do this though, Colby. I know you just stepped away for a while. We're getting to about 30 minutes, guys. I'm going to end up having to cut it here. I don't want my live to be too long. Otherwise, it's going to take me hours and hours and hours to publish. I don't have 1,000 followers. I'm sorry, guys. So my lives are not instantly published. It has to generate and stuff like that. So let's cut it here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button or wherever it's located. I appreciate you all following me. Until next time, guys, I'm Sean the ToGA brother. I'm out. Stay tuned for feeds tomorrow, guys. All right? Y'all have a good one.